rags to riches story. They honestly is a story of hard work that meets passion. When I started my business in 2011, which is almost 11 years ago, people dismissed the idea of opening up a kiosk only dedicated to eyebrows. There were so many naysayers in my family that said to me, how are you going to make money out of eyebrows? Who does eyebrows for a living? You're an aesthetic therapist. You've got so much more qualifications than just eyebrows. And I believe that there was a need, and no pun intended, there was a gap in the market for a solely owned brow business, because brows back then were sold at the back end of a facial. And often people complained about how their eyebrows just weren't great and they would come out with thin eyebrows. And I knew when I started my permanent makeup journey that there was more to brows. I'm sure I could do more. We could implement more. And I started the first kiosk in the country in 2011. And I just took a chance. And I thought, you know what, I believe in my passion and my dream. And if I know that I can touch anything and turn it into gold, I'm going to make this work. And God blessed me. He blessed me in so many ways, because I had just started the kiosk and I found out that I was pregnant with my son, who is now 10. And as my belly grew, the queues in the mall for people waiting for their eyebrows also grew. And the trend back then, Chantel, was that thin eyebrows were in fashion, and we started changing eyebrows, and brows started growing its eyebrows and fuller eyebrows. So there were so many things that were happening at the same time, and those were tough times, those humble beginnings. I look back and I revisit that often, because it grounds me on the days when I think about how far I've come, but it's back to basics. And when I say back to basics, the core, or the foundation of my business, and what made us unique, was that we started the mapping business. We were the first people that mapped eyebrows. And when we started mapping eyebrows, it wasn't as intensive as it is now. It was a simple, just 3 lines, and you just, you map those, and people got excited about the mapping. So that story of mine, I carry very close to my heart, because I know that it was just hard work, passion, dedication, perseverance, and a belief in myself that got me to where I am today. I'm yet to find that self-help book, because I need that. There are times where I feel like I am juggling so many things, because between my kids and my business and the training school. And I think when you're over a dreamer and you have very big ambitions, you tend to be a lot harder on yourself. I always want to do more and further my studies, and I put a lot of pressure on myself. So my day is very demanding. So from the moment I wake up, I'm running on my feet, from the kids that go to school, and it's coming back. And then I believe that my gym life is never compromised, no matter what, because that's where I find me, and Unaiza is such an important part of the business. And if she slacks, then everything falls down. And then obviously coming into the store, and what has helped me to reach to the point that I am now, which was not even where I was a year ago. It was very difficult for me to relinquish the reins. So I wanted to be fully hands-on. I wanted to see clients. I wanted to do the marketing. I wanted to do everything all at once. And I realized 10 years later that I can't do it all. I need the help. And I need to let go in order to grow. And the moment I stepped out of my business, which was very, very hard, believe me, with our clients that cried and begged me for an appointment, and I had to explain to them, well, I'm studying further now. I don't have the time. I work part-time, etc. I only focus on the selective treatments. Clients were upset, but the moment I stepped out of my comfort zone, or out of my position as therapist or brow master, and I stepped into CEO, you cannot believe how much my business has grown. And when I say it has grown, it has given me the time to grow the staff and the people that work for me. And for me, my success is not based on how much money I have in my bank account. My success is the success of the women that work for me, because I take young girls that have never touched an eyebrow. They're completely ignorant, straight off the street, no qualification, and I teach them everything from scratch. So I've got 2 apprentices now that are on training, and it will take them about 3 months before they even move on to module 2. So they learn everything about an eyebrow, from the anatomy to the skin to the hair cycles, mapping, intense mapping. They have to do 10 case studies a day. So for me, and my success is based on the growth of my girls and how well they do. There are some women that work for me that have bought their own cars, that have bought homes. And you think, going back to my initial story, that it's just eyebrows. Who can make money on eyebrows? I can, and these girls are doing it. Okay, so there's a 2-tier part to my brand. We've got UniQ Brows, which is obviously the existing business. So that is the brow business in the mall that offers brows, lashes, piercing, skin, aesthetics, permanent makeup. So we hire qualified therapists to run the skin side of things. So they will do the facials and laser and microneedling and the dermaplaning and all the advanced treatments. Then the brow girls that work for me come through my academy, which is called UniQ by Unaiza. Now, UniQ by Unaiza is a school of eyebrows and eyelashes. And I've collaborated with a brand from the UK called Lash Perfect London. Now, Lash Perfect UK, we import all of their products. So we bring in their products from the UK. So every therapist or new brow technician is working with a high-end product from the beginning. We don't believe in cutting corners. We work with superior products from the beginning. So the standard is always high from day one. And the girls that do work for us that come into the academy is girls that we place in the workplace, and we give them an opportunity. So we pay them a basic salary to learn. So before they can even earn a commission or anything, but the moment they start working for me, they're earning a basic salary that helps them to get to work and buy them lunch, and it keeps them motivated, that they're not training for nothing, you know. And from the beginning, they start off on multiple courses. So they do a pre-course, which teaches them how to understand the anatomy of an eyebrow. Then we write an exam. Then they do mapping. Then they pass mapping. Then they write an exam. And there's no stopping on this. So then they go back and do the pre-course again, because I'm constantly asking them spot questions. Because I want that girl to be the master in eyebrows and not just be like, oh, I don't know. So they must be able to read your facial expressions, and they know how to do the Chinese diagnosis of eyebrow personalities before they can even touch a client. So they're exposed to so many models working in with eyebrows between 3 to 6 months, depending on each individual. And then we allow them to start working on paying customers. And for me, as a business owner, the model works because the staff retention is high. Remember, the beauty industry is quite a volatile industry, and therapists hop, jump, and skip to one place to another. Where's the next extra income they're going to get? But because I groom these girls, they're limited to what I know, and there's also a sense of appreciation to the point where I have empowered them. I have given them a skill set. So the loyalty levels are quite high. So my staff retention is quite high. And when they start off with a basic course, we only allow them to do basics, but there's a great plan for them, because I have one of my cleaners who is now my master, who does all the international trainings for us here in SA. And when I look at how she's grown and how far she's come, I realize that there is power by just giving off. And, you know, they say a candle doesn't lose its light by lighting another candle. This is great news, because we recently opened up our training modules to the public. I had lots of people asking me, Unaiza, you do masterclasses, your girls are so well trained, you've got so much of this wealth of knowledge, international trainings. How can we, benefit from this? So we offer a masterclass every month. Once a month, there's a masterclass on any module, whether it's brows, mapping, lashes, tinting, henna tinting. So the consumer or any therapist or anyone that wants to start a business can access the masterclasses, and we do them on a hybrid, so you can have them done online. So you access the training material indefinitely on the website, which is www.uniquebrows.com, or you can come into the academy and we do one-on-one trainings with you. That's the first option. The second option is there is franchise opportunities. We own, there's 4 franchises currently. We were 7 before lockdown. Unfortunately, we had to close down a few because business was bad. And those were the newer ones that had just opened, and I don't think they had the established clientele to carry them throughout lockdown. But the anchor ones, like Santon, Mall of the South, Lelouch, and Pretoria, those franchisees are running quite strong, and they prove that even the pandemic could not break them. So anyone that's interested in a franchise can contact us directly on this email address. It's info@unique, so UNIQ brows.com, or they can fill out a application form online on our website. So that information is available on the website. Should we put it here on the box here? www.uniquebrows.com. That has all of our information.